backing unto the one John and said to him, it said, ask him.
I'm asking, you ask.
No, won't you look? Look. See how long it took him to look? That's what Peter was doing. That's what Peter was doing. You see it now, right? But you ain't never seen it like that before.
No.
Now watch this. Why Peter didn't ask him? I would have said, you asked him. They're right here too.
Yeah.
Now watch this. Peter asked, he would have answered Peter. Just like he'll answer you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you be afraid to say, am I the one with the problem?
Mm-hmm.
That's what
good
Peter,
point.
yeah, Peter was asking John, who the one got the problem? Because Peter wasn't concerned about the rest of them.
He's
Peter just was concerned, was it me?
Right.
I wasn't quite sure he wanted to hear the answer.
And watch this. So Peter wanted to put John on the spot so Jesus could answer John. And so if being Peter asked him, he's going to say, yeah, Peter, it's you. And I want the boys to know it's me. Oh, y'all know we do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I look at it like that. That's good insight.
Y'all know we do that. We don't want nobody to know how much God done used us, but right now we stuck.
Yeah.
We put on more makeup, iron our clothes,
Yeah.
they come here on a Wednesday night. They look holy. Them know you done had on, you were regular all day, but you got to look holy coming in here. Until I get back in that ride. Oh, I'm glad that over. Like this was all night. Oh. You go back to eating your vomit.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Am I holding out the Lord? Watch this. After that, jump down to verse 26. Jesus answered. Jesus said this. It says, he it is to whom I give a sup when I have dipped it. Watch this. The conversation has now changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was talking to John one way, but when he gave the sup
Yes.
to Judas, the word sup means a mouthful.
Mm. Yeah.
It means a mouthful. It says, and when he had dipped the sup, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of one that was able to hear what I'm about to tell him. And what he told him is in verse 27, he said, after the sup, Satan entered into him because he didn't close the door. He left the door wide open. You think a thief won't come in your house? Go to work and leave your door wide open.
Yeah.
It'll be your neighbor come in your house and say, no, I ain't seen nobody go in your house and get your stereo. But he over there booming
Yeah.
Yeah.
with your stereo.
Yeah.
Leave your door wide open. He didn't close the door.
Right.
When Satan started whispering in verse 2.
Yeah.
Remember in verse 2, it says, Satan planted in his heart something. But him never closing the door, leaving it open, now Satan entered into him because of the sup that Jesus, the mouthful that Jesus gave to him. Listen what the mouthful that Jesus gave. And this mouthful was, watch this, after the meal was over.
Uh-huh.
Remember, church
Yes.
over now. Church
Yeah.
over. We done had church.
Yeah.
Now, after church over, I go to this one person and say this. I go to this one person and say, you know what? I'm really tired of this. Whatever you're going to do
Do it.
Verse 27.
Yeah.
It says this. Then said Jesus unto him, that thou dost, do quickly.
Yeah.
That was the sup.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go first?
Mm-hmm.
That was the garbage of the leftovers of the meal. Everybody had already ate. Jesus took the leftovers was on the table and said, watch this, even the dogs eat the crumbs from the
Yes.
master table. So he gave a dog
The cross.
something that everybody else done picked over. That was only good for the trash. And it, watch this, he dressed it up, put a little juice on it,
Yes.
and let him eat it,
Yeah.
and said, this your mouthful.
Yeah.
Look up something for yourself.
Wow.
It means a mouthful. Only for Judas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from that point on, Judas had to vomit up everything Jesus said. And now his new shepherd is Satan.
Yeah.
It says here, in all of this language that was going on, it didn't hurt his real boys. In verse 28, it says, it didn't hurt his boys, the real boys. It
Yeah.
says, no man at the table knew for what intent Jesus spake this unto Judas.
Mm-mm.
For some of them thought, because Judas had the bag. See, it keep going back
Back
to
to
what
the
got him in the midst.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
It said, because he had the bag that Jesus had said unto him, buy those things that we have need of.
Mm-hmm.
You keep going back. You know your problem. But you keep holding the bag. And you keep helping yourself to what's in the bag.
Mm.
And not knowing that you're doing just
Going
like
down.
this. And Satan steady planting seeds that sound so good in you.
Mm.
And watch this. Let me show you what Jesus did to Judas to change his language, the message he received. He dipped it and decorated it and helped him to believe it. It's called a reprobated mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Bible said God will give them a reprobated mind,
Yes.
that they'll think that they're doing
Right.
right.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
dipped it and only gave it to Judas. Because what says Judas was stealing for years. He just didn't do it one time.
It was for you and I.
Watch this. All that they had was in the bag.
Mm.
What is God entrusting you with that belongs to all of us,
Mm.
that you helping yourself to?
Mm.
Because everybody in here got something that belongs to me, and I have something that belongs to you. Are you sharing what God has given you among us, or are you helping yourself to what's in the bag that you're holding? I'm doing my part. Watch this. The 11 and Jesus did their part.
Yeah.
It just was the one that had that selfish, greedy mentality. That I'm not going to share this with y'all. Get your own even though it's yours.
Mm. Mm.
It'll cause you to vomit all you've been receiving and sitting here for years and receiving. How long it been out? 2-3 years since I've been here?
3.
It'll cause you to vomit all that up. No matter how much you've been seeing, Judas been seeing. If you only helping yourself to what's in that bag, you carry. Everybody in here got a bag that should be blessing all of us with. If you ain't blessing us in no way, you helping yourself to your bag. Everybody. It didn't say Jesus had the bag. It said Judas did.
Right.
Right.
Everybody got a bag to share. Are you sharing what's in your bag? Or is the man side of you saying, you're a grown man just like I am? That's how mentality is.
Give a stand.
Mm.
Tonight while Jerry was teaching, there was a lot of noise in here. Do you know what I mean by that when I say noise? there was a lot of